The mentally ill, two worlds that often collide, and with community-wide holes in our mental health safety net, often the first and last point of contact for deputies between them and the mentally ill. Tonight, in an ongoing look at our Contact 5 investigation line of fire, Contact 5 investigator Katie Legrone raises the questions: are deputies equipped to handle the mentally ill?
911 emergency.
My son is really just going off, and I need someone to come over here.
When Michael Camberdella's mom called 911 in October 2012,
Man, he got a hammer in his hand. He's going to hit me with it.
her 18-year-old son was having a meltdown.
He went in there to get tools to hurt a cop.
What?
He's got a hammer, and he's...
Never did she expect him to die.
253 to 48, we have shots fired.
He aims his gun, and he starts shooting and shooting and shooting.
The deputy's asking him to drop the hammer and the shears, get on the ground.
Camberdella, who was autistic and bipolar, was shot and killed by PBSO deputy William Goldstein.
At the end of the day, the deputy took the action that he had to take to neutralize the threat to him.
And I watched my son fall to the ground.
Camberdella is one of at least a dozen known mentally ill people who since 2000 have been shot at by a PBSO deputy.
If a person with mental illness is acting threatening, there are ways to de-escalate that situation without killing them.
Pam Gianfrido of the Mental Health Association of Palm Beach County is working with local justice leaders to improve the way the mentally ill and law enforcement interact.
The police officers have to learn how to handle it.
During a recent interview with the Contact 5 investigators and the Palm Beach Post, Sheriff Bradshaw acknowledged the problem.
We handle on the average of 10 calls a day involving mental health issues.
While PBSO trains its deputies on how to de-escalate tense situations with the mentally ill, roughly half of deputies have actually completed the one-time 40-hour training.
For me to train all law enforcement is 1,600 people, and then another 1,000 in the jail.
By the time Deputy Goldstein came face-to-face with Michael Camberdella, the deputy was trained. But when interviewed about the shooting earlier this year and if he recalled anything from that crisis intervention training, his answer, no.
And that just reinforces the need for it to be a constant, top-of-mind thing.
It's a problem the county, including the sheriff's office, is working to improve. This year, Sheriff Bradshaw introduced a new unit partnering a deputy with a mental health worker.
Their job is to go to these calls where mental health people are having problems and try to deal with them before the normal road deputy has to deal with them.
The hammer wasn't even near him. He was quiet, and he was calm, and he was relaxed, and the cop didn't even give him a chance.
Too late for Michael Camberdella.
Michael Camberdella's family is now suing PBSO and disputes what the deputy says happened that day. Meantime, PBSO is now requiring every deputy take what they're calling a mental health first aid class. Katie Legrone, WPTV News Channel 5.